Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing a different game, and it's called World Box. So the meaning of this game is just you own a world. It's basically just a god simulator. That's what this game is. So let's get into it. So right now we are going to be doing not this world. We are going to be doing an empty world. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys kind of how to, and yes, I did turn on the forbidden settings because I will show you what that is. But I'm gonna kind of show you how to create your own world in a way where it's kind of like where it's pretty good. Like in a way where you can generally see it. So just for this, okay, we're showing. And generally, what I like to start with would be a layer of sand, and then we're gonna bring that to the big brush, and then just put in the sand wherever you want there to be an island. So maybe like in the middle, right here, just like that. And we want the islands to be fairly big, just because it's just better if the islands are on the bigger side. Alright, and then here we want it to do some forest soil. So I'm just going to bring this and kind of go around this, just around here. And then now we're going to move to a smaller brush and still kind of, go around. And then I like to move to like this, not the smallest brush, one of the smallest brush, just to, fill in the details. So like right here, we could, put something here. And the world is always uneven, so like this would be perfect. But I'm just gonna tidy it up. Alright, there we go. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to put shallow waters, close ocean. So shallow waters usually go on the beach coastline, right here. And these usually kind of go all around. So I'm just gonna put a baseline where I want to. Some people will start with their shallow waters. I don't know what I'm saying. Not English. And I could see why, because now that I'm doing it, it kind of makes more sense to do that. But that's okay. We're gonna go over here, just make the shallow waters. And then once we're there, and I'm just gonna, it does look like I'm destroying it. But then we can always go back and, do it again. Just like that. Boom. Done. It does look weird a bit, but we will add stuff on top. And then we want the closed ocean. Let's just go straight to the deep water. So I'm just gonna erase quite a bit of this because I made it a little too big. So just kind of really experiment. It's really just about experimenting, and it's just a super fun game that way. So now, we're just gonna go ahead and go to the natures and disasters and grab some tree fertilizer and maximize this to big brush. Just like this, just so we have a little bit of trees that pop up. Wait, no. Never mind. Yeah, we have some trees here. But, so then after that fertilizing step, that just boosts the process to put grass seeds. Yeah, right here. So you see how it kind of just, it starts to grow some plants, like right here. You see that? So putting tree fertilizer before is kind of necessary, just so, you know, boosts the process a bit, just a tiny bit. And then we want to go back and put some more tree fertilizer, and then that'll increase that'll increase how many trees you get. So as you can see, we have quite a bit of trees. So just, you know, people can hang around. And you have like these different seeds that you can experiment with. Usually I like putting the maple seed a bit like here and there. Like just like little different, kind of like different biomes. And then we're going to put like a birch here and there. And then sometimes I just like to throw in wacky things like maybe a candy seed, maybe a lemon. Lemons are kind of my favorite, so I'll just do that. And then grab the tree fertilizer and just make everything grow. Over here. And like the lemons look funny because they're like literally lemon trees. So right here we're just going to go ahead and just fertilize the entire thing. And we're adding palm trees on the beach too, which is good. Alright. And then we're going to add some mountains. So we want stone, or you can go over here, which would be better. And then we'll put hills, mountains, and summit. So let's start with the hills, and we kind of just put those where we want to. So I'm just going to put a mountain in the middle, and then we're going to put this on top, which should be done just by like, no, adding a little bit of that. And then we're going to do this. We're going to decrease the brush size. And then we're going to go over here. And that should be our snow. There you go. So now we have like, it looks like a goofy mountain, but that's what the game looks like. You can add walls of light, green wall, but, and then the next thing I like to do is just add some animals just for, you know, normal, just to act more normal. Bah. Okay, well, I said that because I pulled it and there's a sheep. So, once in a while I like to add some bears, just because, you know, bears are in the environment. So we don't want to add too many or else they'll eat our people. So then we want to add some cows and then some bunnies. And then maybe some chickens. Some monkeys. Some sheep. And if you don't have everything unlocked, that is A-okay. Because I'm just going to show you how to unlock everything. Like just how to unlock, I keep doing it. Unlock everything at once so fast. So, I'm going to show you guys how to unlock the forbidden settings. So theoretically how we're going to do that is I'm going to make a separate island just for funsies. Just so we can test that on like a horrible island like this. And then we'll just reduce it into water. And everything on there will die. Alright. So, in order to do this, we want to pause the game over here in this button. And what we're going to do is we're going to want to spawn in an elf. So now we have one elf. And then we're going to spawn in some lava at the maximum brush. So, just like that. Just like that. It looks goofy, but that's the way you're supposed to do it. Alright, there we go. Now, I just burnt the elf into a crisp, so we have to go back and put an elf down. Once we've done that, we go over here to these 3 dots. We grab this sheep, which is a clone rain. And what we're just going to do is we're just going to rain it on this. And, yeah, we're just duplicating the same person over and over and over. And they don't like that, alright? So we're going to grab this divine magnet, and we're just gonna scoop them all up. And wait, here, let's put them down first. And then let's zoom out. And then scoop them up. Alright, and then we just drop them into the lava. Like that. And then we unpause the game. And then that should happen. That should happen. Exactly that. And this sounds really weird, but once that happens, go to this page. So how you do it is, like, if I were to be on this page, I would just click the red again. And then usually it would not, next to the earth to the magnifying glass, it usually wouldn't be purple. It would just be the laws. It would look something like this. And then go down to this purple thing and just spam click it. And then once you spam click it like this, it'll get so angry at you and irritated that it'll just automatically just give you everything. I'm not even kidding. It would just give you everything. That's what it did for me. It's a bit laggy until you go and then you do deep oceans and then you just, you drown everything. So yeah. And then they gravitate towards my island, and it's still infested because yeah. So that's how to make your own island. Just don't infest it like that. It will get infested. But if you just wanted to learn how to make your own island, just do it. Oh boy, this is getting out of hand. One sec. Let me just throw in a nuke or two. Okay, we need to fix this. Alright, I think they're all dead by throwing in a couple nukes. But just do the first half if you want to learn how to build your own island. Do the second half if you want to learn how to unlock the forbidden settings. And if you click to this world with the pencil above the save, there are pre-made maps. So like if I just wanted a pre-made map, there's always this map, and then you can customize it a bit. Like noise main level, let's do it a 3. Noise detail, let's do it a 7. Random biomes, let's do mountain edges, let's do a tree ring. And then once you unlock the forbidden settings, there will be a thing on every world where you can just click on, and then it unlocks it for you, so you don't have to do that every time. And then click create, and it literally just gives you a brand new world, just a pre-made world. Like, you see that? I didn't really ask it to do that, but it did it. I mean, I kind of did, but yeah. And then, if you want to learn how to, okay. And then, once we do that, we can go over here to these animals, creatures, monsters, and spawn in, like, a human, or maybe an elf. And those will all spawn in colonies. And then there's another one, where is it? From the dog and the cat all the way to this weird looking thingy right here. Those are all that will spawn colonies. So they'll all make like kingdoms. So like you could have a dog kingdom if you wanted. And look, he just made a new kingdom. And then if you want it, then just pause the game if you want a big colony. Go to the dog again, like that, and then grab the cloning rain. Grab it here, rain it on him, and then upgrade to a bigger brush. At this point, we just grab the biggest brush and then we just go. And then you click go. Oh, it's so laggy. It's so laggy. Bro, look at the numbers going up on there. 34, 35, 36, 37, 39. Oh my gosh. I think I just spawned in hundreds of dogs. Oh, more dog. Oh, yeah, you see, more dogs are making their own colonies because why not? Yeah, so basically this is a game, and it's actually a super fun game. Worldbox, it's called Worldbox God Sim. And then sometimes you can just... I'm sure they're fine, right? Just slap a band-aid on it and they'll be fine. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, please go check out another one. And I will see all of you in the next one. Bye! Oh. I'll see all of you in the next one. Bye!